Hey, welcome to the Philly Fox and Danny D Eagles podcast, Phillies edition. That's the star of the show, Philly Fox, and I'm your host, Danny D, and we're coming to you from the Ed Bobko Memorial Studios in beautiful Morristown, PA. Take it away, Philly.
Well, yes, we'll start with JT today, our catcher. Like with his bat and glove, he's doing it all.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's getting hits, but man, I tell you what, his defense has been outstanding lately.
Well, yep, it's been the JT experience ever since he's come to Philly. Like, he's the best catcher in baseball for a reason. I still think he is. Like, at least when it comes to throwing people out and even hitting, he might be up there with the other catchers, that like top ones.
Yeah, I mean when his offensive game is going, and what's amazing is, I mean, for a catcher, the speed that he still has when he gets on the base. I mean, I tell you, this guy. I mean, I think he's playing for his job, because he didn't get that contract, so he wants to make sure, he wants to tell the fans and tell the organization that he's still worth it, and I feel he is.
Well,
I mean,
like a 1 or 2 year deal, I'd do it. Give him what he wants, just over 1 or 2.
Yeah, absolutely, and then revisit it then.
Because I think at this point he'll take a 1 or 2 year deal. Like he'll take a hometown discount. I think
Sure, and also with the understanding that
you're not going to contend anywhere else, most likely.
Well, also I think that he has to limit his games. He has to be okay with playing less and sitting more. As time goes on and stuff, and it's nice that we got Marchand that fills in. But I'll tell you what, his arm lately, I mean, his arm is just as good as it's ever been. I mean, he's throwing guys out at second, he's throwing guys out at third. He makes those acrobatic catches and tags, catch and tag all in one move. So yeah, I'm glad JT's still here. A lot of people were clamoring for that we should be moving on from him, that he's getting too old, and especially when he started a little slow in the beginning of the year. And I love reminding people and saying, yeah, he's not too old, is he?
Well, he's not playing like it, that's for sure.
Yeah, okay. What else you got?
Well, Kyle Schwarber, he's just a man on a mission, right?
Yeah, a bombing mission, right?
Well, yes, grand slam on Monday,
Yeah, this guy's just on fire. What is he up to, 41?
Oh, yes. He's
41 home runs, And, John Foley went out on the limb early in the season and mentioned that, hey, this guy's going to hit 50 home runs. And people were a little like, what are you talking about, right? I mean, he's going to have a good year, but, not 50. Well, now I don't think it's a matter of whether he's going to hit 50. It's a matter of, is it going to be 50 what? Is it going to be 51, 52?
Is it going to be 60,
Yeah, I mean, I think there's even a possibility of that because, and I think also what's kind of neat about it or something to point out is, he's not leading off like he was last year all the time.
Well,
right?
that too, I mean.
Yeah.
Batting in between like Harper, before Harper, it's just my point,
Well, I guess what I was getting at is that, everybody thought, oh, this is going to mess him up, and he's not going to be used to it, and it's not where he wants to be. But really, it's worked out. The experiment has worked out wonderful, I think. Yeah, I think worked out well, and right now, man, he's my MVP right now.
Well, because you want like Trey Turner leading, because like you want Trey to get on base, so Schwarber there'll be a 2-run bomb, 3-run bomb, depending. It's my point.
Yeah, and this way he racks up more RBIs, and then also they've kind of got that fear, and so yeah, the whole experiment has worked out well, and let's keep it going, and our MVP, Kyle Schwarber.
Well, then, Marsh, he's been hitting home runs, and he's been an everyday player now, which I like to see.
Yeah, and he's actually doing it with the glove, too. I mean, it's not just home runs. I mean, it's singles, it's doubles, and he's. I think that the fact that Rojas isn't there and that he's not splitting time with him, I think he feels like this is his moment. This is his time to prove that he can be an everyday center fielder and be a part of this offense like he has been at certain times, but hasn't been able to do it on a consistent basis. And I feel he is doing that now.
Oh, yes, because people were criticizing oh, you traded that Ohapi, his name is, to the Angels, he's a catcher.
Okay,
Oh, you traded Ohapi to the Angels for, Marsh is you. There were talking heads, you know.
Yeah, back then. Yeah, absolutely. And he at times he's looked like he was worth it, and there's times that he has looked like he wasn't. But ever since he had that stint,
The Iron Pigs,
with
he's
the
just been
Pigs,
better.
yeah, absolutely. He's come back and he's out to prove that he belongs in the big leagues. And
Sometimes you just got to clear your mind, that's all.
yeah, get remotivated, and the timing of it. And I just hope he keeps it going.
Well, yes. And then next we'll go to Bader, or Darth Bader, I call him,
Darth Bader, I like that. Yeah. Yeah, the guy's been contributing in many different ways, not just with his bat, but he
robbed the home run, I should say, then hit a 3-run bomb like earlier this week. So
yeah. So he's doing it, and he seems to be fitting in well with the team. Seems to be well received among the other players, and that's always a thing that they're always worried about, was ruining the chemistry. That's kind of why they've limited the amount of players that they've gotten rid of and the amount of players that they've went out and got.
Well, because our buddy Hunter Brody, when they got Bader, oh, it's a horrible, he wanted them to get an outfielder, they did it, it's all of a sudden it's a horrible,
Yeah. And of course, it's too early to say, hey, this was 100% great move or there was the best move. But so far it looks good. There's nothing wrong with it working out in the beginning. We just hope it,
it stays, he's the consistent, outfielder we need.
Yeah, keep grinding, keeping it going. Absolutely.
And then same, speaking of grinding, Bryson Stott, he grinds at the plate,
Yeah, whether he's hitting or not, or like you say, whether he's getting hit, just extending at bats or getting walks and stuff.
Yes.
But now, lately, it seems like ever since the birth of his son, and that's just the timing of it. I'm sure that has nothing to do with it or whatever.
Like I said, maybe those couple games he sat for Sosa and stuff. Maybe, like I said, clearing your mind. Like I was saying that earlier.
Yeah. And I've experienced this in my life too, with different sports and stuff. Sometimes you just need a little bit of break, and physically, mentally, and you just kind of revisit things and you look at things and you go, that's it. And then you kind of have that aha moment. And then it's and then when you come back, you implement this little something, or just the fact that your head was cleared. But yeah, I mean, singles, doubles. He had at least 2 doubles this week. And he's just been, and some great plays. Oh my God, he made a play yesterday where he had to run straight ahead, towards the pitcher's mound. With some speed, got the ball, and in one motion threw the ball over there and just got the guy out. By inches. But it was a great play, and so yeah, we love the guy.
And then what's a Kepler? We'll say same thing. I think he had a little bit of a mind clearing as well, because he wasn't an everyday player anymore and stuff.
Yeah.
Because Rob was playing him almost every day, and then he had that little slump, and people want him out of town, and all. And it's
and nobody, hey, look, let's face it. Look, doesn't matter who you look at. You're going to have some down times and stuff like that. And, of course, when you don't have a track record or you don't have that history of goodwill that you've built up with the fans because of what you've done in the past, you're going to be a little less patient with them, okay? But he did have that, but man, he's back at it. Max the Axe, right? Like we like to call him.
Oh yes.
Yeah, he's definitely been chopping away at the ball, and it's been paying dividends.
It definitely has.
Yep. Okay.
Now we'll go to the pitching.
Okay.
Well, of course, we mentioned Bader, so we'll start with Durantula. The closer.
Yeah, absolutely. I love this guy. Okay, and we've talked about it, right? Initially, we weren't crazy about getting rid of Mick Abel. We both like Mick Abel, and we like the catcher.
Tate or whatever his name is.
Yeah, you got me on. I'm bad with names, but
it's Tait.
Yeah.
Tait or something.
Yeah. Anyway, and he had a big upside, and we just talking about JT before, and I kind of thought, well, about the time he gets to where he needs to be about the time that JT, not be our starter anymore. And it seemed, but, a lot of things have to come into play for that to happen. So, but Mick was a young prospect, But Durantula, he's not that old. He's only like 3, maybe at the most 4 years older. So he's young. He's in his prime. He's got his best years ahead of him. So we didn't really give up that much age. We gave up 2 people. But yeah, I love it. I love it. Absolutely. The guy comes in and he's just nuts,
Like
right?
he's a young Brad Lidge, as I said earlier.
Yeah, absolutely. And then he got all the flashing lights and everything,
Yes,
and
the bells and whistles, as they say.
yeah. I love it. I love it. What else?
And then just the rest of the pitching, like I'll start with Zach Wheeler. Like, unfortunately, we heard he was dealing with something in his shoulder.
Yeah,
I mean, the MRI came back negative, but it's still like these past couple of starts aren't Zach Wheeler like we're accustomed to, you know?
yeah, and in a way, this kind of makes sense, right? Because ever since the near perfect game, he's been up and down. He hasn't quite been the Zach Wheeler that he was before that. Does it have anything to do with that, or is that just the timing of it? It's hard to say, but it wouldn't be the first time when guys have been, and we applauded it, and we would, and to do over, we would have left him in. We agreed with Rob's decision to leave him
Well,
in.
because it was against the Reds, I remember. Like, he only gave up the one hit, which was a home run, unfortunately. But
Yeah.
it's still like you go through a one-hit game, you know.
Right. Yep. And but since then it's been kind of up and down. So the fact that they didn't find anything really bad is good, but there's obviously a little something. And I like to know, like, I feel better when I know the reason why.
Like, because this isn't like him just showing his age and stuff. It's he
Yeah.
has a little like injury, you know.
Sure. And like we talked, right? Wouldn't you rather this be happening now and him getting a little bit of time off now and getting getting his strength back and rehabbing a little bit now, or maybe taking it easy?
Well, same. Like, I still think the Zach Wheeler that we're accustomed to is in there. It's just the shoulder, you know, like I said.
Absolutely. Yeah. No, he's not done. He's not done by any means. I mean, and he showed it today. So, absolutely. So, yeah, he's still our guy. He's still our ace. And like I said, I like knowing the reason why, and that makes me optimistic that he's gonna be better.
And then we'll just mention Sanchez and Lazardo, like they're the last two.
Sure.
Because I'll say Lazardo, shout out to him, like he went toe to toe with Jacob deGrom, which isn't easy, you know.
Yeah. Shaky first inning, but then he came back, and I think he only had 1 base on balls, and it was a hell of a game. He had some great defense behind him. Yep, good for him.
Well, Sanchez, you know.
Yeah. I mean, Sanchez has been Sanchez,
I mean,
right?
he honestly could have threw his second complete game in 3 tries, but they put out, the Durantula, like,
Yeah.
I mean, it's bittersweet because I kind of wanted to see Sanchez get a complete game, but because he was only at 84 pitches, but.
Yeah, and you know
And
what?
we were up 2-0. It wasn't like it was 1-0. Like, there was a little bit of room, like, you know, for him to go back out, in my opinion.
Yeah, right. And there's you could go so many different ways.
I mean, if he was
that.
at like 94 pitches, I would say okay, but get him out. But 84, like that's
Yeah.
he could have went one more inning and.
I see what you're saying, but then I'm also, but then you know what?
The way the Durantula is pitching, like you can't not use him.
Yeah, and you don't want any little thing to go out there. That's what you got him for. It was a perfect situation for him. And the other thing is too, let's extend our guys a little bit. Just because his pitch count was lower, I'm all right with him not.
Because in the end, it could be better for his neck. Because if he threw those 10 more pitches or whatever, it could affect him his next start.
Absolutely. So let's give him that little extra time off, that little less wear and tear, and that's going to extend his arm going into the season, and less likely that in September we're like, what's going on with him, right?
Because as great as complete games are, they're not the end all be all. Like you don't get a trophy for him,
Yeah. A win is a win.
Yes.
It doesn't matter whether it was a complete game or not. At the end of the day, it's about the Phillies getting a win and being in contention and being in the playoffs at the end of the year and getting to the World Series.
Absolutely. Because if that's all our topics for today,
Okay.
Because what a week it was, 5-1. Because
Yeah, right. I mean, a great series against the Orioles.
Yes, and
Yeah.
then sweeping out the Rangers in Texas, like that's not easy to do down.
No. I mean, against a good team in a place where
The Phillies have had their house of horrors in years past
Yeah.
down there.
yeah, it's not a place where they do well or they probably, be honest with you, they going into it. They probably would have been happy to come out of there with 1, maybe 2 wins or just a series win.
Well,
but
and
to
then
come
when you
out
hear
of there,
like you're facing DeGrom and stuff, it's
sure,
that way.
absolutely, and so I think this was one of the most positive weekend series of the year, and then on top of it, it does what, right? We're how many games?
5.5, like the Mets are metting, I guess.
Yeah, the Mets are metting, right? Yeah, I mean, they're playing some quality teams, but they're also playing like crap. I mean, to be honest with you.
Well, they lost to like Cleveland. Like Cleveland's not a quality team. Like the
Well,
Brewers,
okay.
yeah, but
the Brewers, right?
But,
Yeah,
but I'm saying Cleveland, like they on paper they should beat Cleveland, but
Yeah.
and it was in New York too. Like they got swept at home. Like,
yeah, good point. I was thinking of the Brewers, but I wasn't thinking of the Guardians. Oh God, I can't believe I said the Guardians.
Well, whatever. I just say Cleveland. I don't want to like.
Yeah,
offend,
you're right. I like what you said better.
Yes.
I like just saying Cleveland.
Yes.
Yeah, maybe one of these days they'll go back to the old name, but
Yeah.
but I don't. Unfortunately, I don't think stuff like that's going to happen. But hey, it could possibly. All right. So what else we going to do?
Because we'll wrap it up with the Phillies.
Yeah, we're good with the Phillies. I mean, they had a great week, and we're looking forward to another good week. And so, all right. So let's, if you don't hate us,
Like us.
okay, and then make sure you subscribe so you don't miss an episode on YouTube. And then follow us on Twitter. And John, when he can, will do his recaps, and I'll do my. He'll do some game updates. I'll do some game updates and quotes and stuff. I'm at Dandy Eduardo 1. So on count of 3, 1, 2, 3. Let's go Phillies!